Hey guys, John with Revenant Motors. Today we're checking out something extremely unique. Enjoying one of the last few nice days we have here in Michigan. What we have here is a 1962 Chrysler 300 two-door. And this car was known as the Beautiful Brute. Now just to give you some history on it, it was purchased new by Jack and Anne Armstrong and was meant to sort of be just a fun driver. They wanted to get a C-body, and they would take this car out racing on weekends. And after realizing, hey, this was ordered with the 413, so the 413 made good power, seeing how fun it was, they decided to try their luck at the Detroit Dragway. Now, it's believed that Anne is the first woman to drag race at Detroit Dragway, and they won first place in their first race. It did not take long for the Golden Commandos to notice this car. Now, if you don't know who they are, Chrysler had a bunch of elite race teams. They had the Dodge Ram Chargers. The Golden Commandos was one of them, made up of engineers, people that worked at Chrysler. And they talked Jack and Anne into running a 426 max wedge, which was a scary motor to have in your car back in the day. Jack ran an 11.23 with that max wedge at 123 miles an hour, making this what was believed to be the fastest Chrysler 300 in the US at the time. They went on to win countless races and ran an 11.65. And by the way, to make that even more impressive, this car was ordered with the manual trans, so they are out there banging the gears, running Hellcat quarter miles and a big body C-body. And as time went on, by 1964, the Golden Commandos approached them with the prototype 426 Hemi. It was not available to the public, so they got their hands on a 426 Hemi and stuck it in the Brute, and they were racing a Chrysler 300 with a 426 Hemi, making this probably the first Chrysler 300 to ever have a 426 Hemi. And people at the strip were literally saying to her, how did you get your hands on that? Again, it's because they knew the Golden Commandos. Now, this is the factory color. Like I said, 413 factory manual trans, very rare combination. And these were known for their push buttons, and I'll show you here in a second. Obviously, that's been deleted because it was ordered with the manual. And just to give you an idea of the level of restoration, look how cool these door handles are. The restoration on this car is beautiful. All in the jams. It's all restored really nice. If you look here, the car was featured in Mopar magazine. Okay. Got the whole story in here. Again, this is a fully documented car. I have the original sales receipt and some newspaper clippings. Really, really nice interior, way ahead of its time. Perfect headliner, perfect back seat. And that scoop is a 1964 super stock aluminum hood scoop that is basically impossible to find. And that in itself is unobtainable. Again, given to them by the Ram Charger, or no, I'm sorry, the Golden Commandos. Now, for those of you who don't know, it's very difficult to source certain parts for this car. That being said, you won't need a thing for it because everything's restored and all the chrome is beautiful. We get under the hood here. The 426 Hemi is long gone. A little too radical for the streets. And they got this balanced and blueprinted 440 that rocks. It's not your average 440. It's going to pull harder than your stock RT. This is a monster right here. It's still got the original style wedge headers on there. Those are extremely rare. I'm sure they're very valuable too. We got Big Daddy Don Garlitz. Knows the car. He signed it. Roger Lindemann. And, of course, Mr. 4-Speed over here. But again, Everything was restored. For those of you who do restorations, or if you're stuck in body shop jail, you know how long this process is. This car needs nothing. Said all the bright work. I mean, look at the gaps. I would call it a show car. It's very clean. Just everything about it is super nice. Way ahead of its time, man. That cluster is just so cool. So again, this is where you'd normally have the push button for the trans, and because it's a manual, it didn't have it. Now, Anne and Jack have since passed away, unfortunately. I bought this car from their daughter, Danielle, who also raced it and actually won her race as well. Go ahead and pop the trunk for you guys here too. And I'll tell you guys, I've seen a lot of cars in my career. I've never walked up to a car and felt a presence like I did with this brute. Beautifully restored. Again, I mean, it's just super clean. By all rights, I believe that this car should be in a museum. I was a very lucky person to acquire it. And if I could rate this thing a 10 out of 10 for driving, I'd give it a 12. It's one of the most fun Mopars I've ever driven. You can shift it with one finger. It lays rubber like there's no tomorrow. And it's going to turn heads everywhere you go. You're not going to pull up next to anybody at a car show with another Chrysler 300 like this. I can promise you that. So we will go ahead and get her started up so you guys can hear this beast roar.